What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2022 Ford Explorer ST. Huge thank you to Greg.Williams over at Koons Sterling Ford, located here in Virginia, for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in this particular Explorer ST or any Ford product, I'll be sure to have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. And like I said, this is a 2022 Ford Explorer ST, and this particular one is painted in Atlas blue. I'm not sure if the metallic flake will come up on camera, but beautiful metallic flake in this paint. And as you guys can see, some pretty aggressive body lines in the hood right there. Starting over here at the center of the hood, you guys can see Explorer is written out in that black lettering. But moving over here to your headlamps, you have LED daytime running light as well as LED turn signal, LED headlamps, as well as automatic high beams. Moving down to here, you got your LED fog lamps as well as your forward facing sensors that are very nicely integrated into your front bumper, as you can see. But moving over here to the center, you guys can see you have your black mesh grille with your Ford logo at the center of that, as well as your forward facing camera right here. You got your ST badge on the driver's side of that grille. As you guys can see, you do have that front splitter type thing right here, and it is painted in black, which matches these 21-inch black wheels very, very nicely. And these black wheels are wrapped around in a Pirelli Scorpion all-season tire, and I'll show you guys tread pattern on that tire right there. Moving over to here, you guys can see that your A-pillar is in black, as well as you have black mirror caps right here with your integrated turn signal right there. You also have your blind spot monitoring right here, and at the bottom of all of that, you do see your side view camera. So you do have a forward camera, side view cameras, and a rear view camera that all go along with your 360-degree view camera that this vehicle does have. Moving over here, you do see your door handles with a black trim piece that goes down the center of that. You guys can see that on all four door handles. You also do have your keypad right here. You also do have black roof rails up top. So you got those black roof rails, black mirror caps, black body cladding right down there. And it also does say Explorer right there as well. Black wheels, as well as that black front splitter type thing. But moving on down, more of those black wheels. Got your gas cap right here, capless filler neck. Got your black antenna right up there, as well as more black trim right here, black trim piece right here. And you have a pretty aggressive rear spoiler type thing, as you guys can tell. This vehicle really reminds me kind of like a Range Rover a little bit, especially in the front and right here on this pretty aggressive drop on your spoiler right there. But moving over here to the center, as you guys can see, you do have your third brake light right there. You got your rear wiper blade right here, Ford logo, black trim piece right here at the center that says Explorer. I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but it says that. You also have your rear view camera right here with your rear view camera washer right there. ST badge on the passenger side back here, as well as a reflector right here, and you have your quad tip exhaust down there as well. And you also have a black painted rear valance on both the passenger and on the driver side right there. And this particular Explorer does come optioned with the trailer tow package, and with that optioned with the 3-liter V6 with all-wheel drive, you have a max tow capacity of 5,600 pounds. So with the Explorer ST, you do have a max tow capacity of 5,600 pounds. But moving over here to your trailer lighting options, you got that one right there, as well as probably a 4-pin right there. And there is your trailer hitch. I'll give you a little view of your quad tip exhaust. But one thing that's interesting about the quad tip exhaust is that it doesn't dump from up here. It dumps from right in there, which is interesting. And it's like that on both sides, as you guys can see. So kind of funny, but that's something that I thought I might point out because you guys might be interested. But you also do have LED daytime running lights here at the rear, as well as LED brake lights. You do have a halogen turn signal and a halogen reverse light. But popping open that trunk, you do have a power lift gate, as you guys can see. Good amount of storage space back here. In your third row, you could probably fit a suitcase or two with the third row up. However, if you want a little bit more storage space, push this button right here and that'll fall down. or push this button right here, and that one will fall down as well, just like that. They also come up automatically by pushing that button right there. And if you guys want them to both go down either individually, you press the left button to go individually, right button to go individually, or you can press L plus R, which is left plus right, and they both go down simultaneously, just like that. Under here, you do have a little bit of more storage space that goes just a little bit down in there. Little storage box right here, another storage box right there, but when you open it up, you got that whole thing that goes across. But as you guys can see, you do got a little bit of a wall right there and a little bit of wall right there, so if you do put stuff in there, it's not going to fall out. You got a hook right here and a hook over here, LED lights in there, as well as a 12-volt outlet right there. And for your third row passengers, you do have a cup holder right up there, as well as a cup holder right up there, a little bit of storage space right there, and a little bit of storage space right there. You got a little bit more storage space here on the passenger side with that little cutout. As you can see, this side doesn't have it. But yeah, that's it for the third row. So pushing that down, you can also lock the vehicle from back here as well. If you guys don't want to push the button on the tailgate or the button on the interior, you can also pop the rear hatch by pushing this button twice, and the rear hatch will pop open. Another thing that you can do with this Explorer ST is by locking the vehicle and then pressing this button twice, it will fire up, as you guys can hear it. But I want to give you guys a 360 view of the Explorer ST, so we'll do a little walk around of it. Like I said, I really do like this Atlas blue color on the ST. If you guys get the ST, pretty much all the colors look good, but might as well get a fun color, right? But yeah, with that said, we've talked about the exterior. Now let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that makes 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. That's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds. And when you have that 3-liter twin-turbo V6 and all-wheel drive, you're able to achieve 18 miles per gallon city and 24 miles per gallon highway, which isn't terrible considering that this thing does have 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, and it's a 3-row SUV. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So if you guys are enjoying the video so far, like I said, please give it a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what your favorite feature has been so far, or if you own one of these. If you own one of these, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what your ownership experience has been like, how long it has been, because not only am I curious, but I'm sure other people who are looking to buy one of these are also curious. But with that said, let's move into the interior. Moving into the interior, like I said, you do have keyless access. All you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the door and put your hand behind here, and it will unlock. You also have your keypad right here. Type in your code and it will let you in. You can also lock the vehicle by putting your hand right there. Vehicle will lock, but put my hand behind here, vehicle opens up. As you guys can see, you do have a leather wrap door panel right here with that white accent colored stitching, a nice padded armrest right here, aluminum door handle right here, unlock and lock button, as well as 3 memory seat adjustment settings right here. So if you have 3 different drivers, it will memorize 3 different people. Your Bang & Olufsen sound system right here. You got your speaker surround. You have automatic up and down windows in the front, but you do not have automatic up or down windows in the rear. You get your power folding side view mirrors by pushing that button right there. This locks all the windows, and these are your mirror controls right there. A nice grab through door handle right here with some black trim right there. Moving down to here, grab my water bottle. This is a smart water bottle sized water bottle, and it fits down in there, no problem. And you got some more storage space in here for some other things. Let's see if that'll fit in sideways. So just for size reference, fits a good amount of stuff down in there. But moving into the interior, you guys can see you have your Ford Performance door sill right there. You have heated and ventilated front seats on both sides, as well as power driver and a power passenger seat. But you also have massaging seats by pushing this button, which I'll show you guys when we move into the interior. So you have a power massaging driver seat, as well as a power and massaging passenger seat right over there. And you guys can see you got your ST logo embossed at the top of the seats. Looking at the seats, you get your perforated leather down the middle. You got a decent amount of bolstering both on the driver's side as well as on the passenger side of the seat. These seats are very, very comfortable, but these bolsters are actually pretty aggressive, more aggressive than honestly I was expecting. However, they are very, very comfortable for somebody of my stature, which I'm a skinnier person. So if you weigh like 250 pounds, I'm not quite sure how comfortable these seats would be for you, but they are very comfortable for me. 150 pounds and I'm 5'9". So anyway, moving over here, this opens up your power lift gate. These are your headlight controls right here. So these are headlights all the way on, automatic headlights, daytime running lights, and all your headlights off. Going back over here, if I push that button right there, these are your fog lamps. And these two buttons right here control the brightness of our screen right in here. So let's step in and fire her up. Foot on brake, push to start. You guys can see it brings me into my position. You have a leather wrap steering wheel right here. This is a sport steering wheel. So you don't get the steering wheel like an XLT or a Platinum or a Timberline. This is an ST specific steering wheel and it feels very, very nice. You got a flat bottom, ST logo right there. You got the nice 9-3 grip, both on both sides, obviously. And you got your paddle shifters right back here. Paddle shifter response isn't as good as I would like. However, it's still pretty good and it's very, very fast even in automatic. So if it was me, I'd leave it in automatic. You get your aluminum trim right here, black trim around these buttons right here, adaptive cruise control buttons right over here, volume up and down, as well as volume mute right there. These buttons control what's going on in this screen in the middle in here. So you can go in between your different fuel economy, trip information, tire pressure, stuff like that. You can go through the menu. So you can go through your audio, your navigation, your phone stuff, your settings, display setup, blah, blah, blah. But we're just gonna leave it the way that it is. You do have your speedometer right over here with a digital speedometer in the middle. Over to here, you got your fuel gauge. As you guys can see, fuel economy stuff right there. Odometer right there, compass right there, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual right there, ambient exterior temperature, and your fuel range right down there, and that's letting us know auto stop start is off. But yeah, moving over here to the steering wheel, let's do a little horn. Pretty American sounding horn. Heated steering wheel, like I said, heated seats. Let's turn mine off. These heated seats are very, very powerful and they heat up real quick. You also have your ventilated seats right there. Push button start, which is surrounded by some faux carbon fiber trim around there, some more faux carbon fiber trim around there, and a leather type wrapped dash up top. But moving over to here, you got your universal garage door opener, as well as two lights, both on the left and right side of this mirror right here. You guys can see yourselves. Closing that. Sunglass holder right up here. You have a mic for your Bluetooth phone right there. These are for your light controls, so both lights turn on when I do that. This is an individual light by pushing that button, individual light by pushing that button. This is for your panoramic moonroof right here. You can close the shade on here if you so desire. But if you pay all that money for that moonroof, might as well keep it open, right? But moving back over to here, this is a 12-inch driver information screen. And this is your 10.1-inch infotainment system right here with wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. You do have a 14-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, like I said. We'll go through here. You got your navigation up here. You can see I'm connected to my phone, and this is your radio information. You got your audio information right here. Phone, navigation, and you can go through different settings right here, as you guys can see. You do have a 4G LTE hotspot in this thing, and you can go through different connectivity, seats, valet mode, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Your driver assistance stuff, connectivity, but yeah, go through your different apps and stuff like that. This is volume up. This is your tuning knob to go back on a song, to go forward on a song. This brings up your camera. And I have to give one gripe of this vehicle. It would be that these camera systems right up here are too small. When you're backing up, I'll throw her into reverse right here. You guys can see your backup camera is pretty small and your 360-degree view camera is pretty small. Yes, you can do them individually or whatever, but you know, regardless, it's still a little too small for my liking. And if you're getting an ST, I think that those camera screens should be bigger. Maybe one camera screen on top and the other on the bottom. Just my personal opinion. Some people might not have a problem with it, but just my personal opinion. Regardless, all this stuff works very, very well. The screen works very, very well. Backup camera works very well. It's just a couple little things too small in my personal opinion, and this can get dirty, but not really a big deal. All you got to do is wipe this stuff off with some O&R and it'll be clean instantly. Right down here, climate control settings. Auto dimming rear view mirror up there. This is your glove box over here. Decent amount of storage space down in there. You can fit your owner's manual. You want napkins, straws, stuff like that. You guys can do that. 12-volt outlet down there, USB-A port, USB-C port, and a little bit of storage space down there to set your phone if that's what you want to do. You do have this rotary dial right here to go into reverse, neutral, drive, and if I want to do paddle shifter strictly, that's the button I press for manual. Same kind of dial is in the GT500. So if you guys have one of these, you'd be like, hey, I have the same shifter that's in the GT500. Right over here, this is an awesome spot to set your phone down when you're driving right there. So if you guys flip that around, you guys can see perfect spot to set your phone. 2 cup holders right here, as you can tell. Electronic parking brake, as well as these are your brake hold buttons. So if you're in traffic, it'll hold the brakes for you. Push the gas and it'll let go of the brakes. Put your foot on the brake and push a little bit more and it'll hold the brakes for you, so you don't have to hold your foot on the brake the whole time. So that's an awesome feature. Auto stop start. This is parking assist right here. You can go through your different drive modes. So if I switch it this way, you have tow haul, sport, eco, and it obviously changes between different modes. So you got normal, slippery, trail, and deep snow sand, but we'll keep her in normal mode. And you just switch this around like this, and it switches in your different drive modes. Traction control button right there, as well as your hill descent control right here. Like I said, auto stop start. You got this beautiful center console right here, leather wrapped with your accent colored white stitching. Opening this up, you got a decent amount of storage space down in there. Let's try to fit this water bottle. Pretty much fits almost a whole smart water bottle down in there. However, not quite fully. But yeah, good amount of storage space down in there, and you also do have another 12-volt outlet right here. One thing that I did miss, and that I'm going to add into the video right now, is that you do have a wireless charging pad right here. So if you open up your center console, it is located right here, right next to your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. So yeah, it's right here, drive mode selector. So that is where your wireless charging pad is. Closing that, one thing I wanted to talk about is how comfortable that these seats are. These seats are very, very comfortable. They bolster you in very, very nicely. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how a 250, 300-pound person would feel in these seats. However, for somebody of my size, 5'9", very, very comfortable for me. But one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that this does have Ford Copilot 360 Plus, which comes with adaptive cruise control with stop and go, as well as lane centering and speed sign recognition. You also have evasive steering assist, as well as navigation, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking. And another thing that this vehicle does come optioned with is the $1,295 premium tech package, which comes with massaging front seats, this 10.1-inch infotainment screen, as well as your 14-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. And one last thing that this vehicle does have is the $1,695 twin panel moonroof right here, as you guys can see. And I personally definitely think that that is worth it. Makes the interior feel a lot more open and airy. It also makes the car feel a lot more premium. So yeah, I'm just a sucker for a twin panel moonroof. I actually use it. So yeah, I think it is worth it. And who wouldn't want to look up and be able to see planes and the beautiful sky or stuff like that? So I definitely would recommend getting that. Just my personal opinion. Obviously, it is a $1,600 option that you can skip if you don't really care for it, but just my personal opinion, I do like it. But moving into these rear seats, it's barking at me because I stepped out of the vehicle and I closed the front door, but you do have a window shade right here, as well as a window shade on that side as well. Closing that, you guys can see more of that leather wrapped around your door panel with that accent colored stitching, a nicely padded armrest back here. Basically the same kind of grab handle at the front with more of that black trim. Space to set a water bottle down in there or a cup, stuff like that. Aluminum door handle right here, and another speaker surround for your 14-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. Moving down here, another place to set your water bottle or your phone, whatever you want to put down in there. A decent amount of storage space down there. Grab handle right here, and let's take a look at these rear seats. So let's step in. These are the captain's chairs. As you guys can tell, there's no middle seat. So yeah, Second row seats are still very, very comfortable. However, they are a little bit more firm than the 2 front row seats, but still very, very comfortable, and you can recline them, as you guys can see. Good level of reclinement. And if I grab this right here, I got an armrest right here, as well as an armrest over here. I'll kind of mimic that on that side. You guys can see armrest right here, as well as an armrest on the door. So yeah, you can be very, very comfortable back here. Tons and tons of leg room here in the second row, tons and tons of knee room, and lots and lots of headroom up top. Like I said, 5'9". HVAC vent right here, a spot to hang up your suit. LED lights right there, and like I said, look out of that beautiful moonroof. Look at that beautiful blue sky. One thing I did want to mention while I am back here in the second row is that these headrests here on the front seats both go forward like that. So this is all the way at like 90 degrees like that. So if you want to push it forward, make it a little bit more comfortable for your head to rest, push it a little bit more forward, and it pushes your head a little bit more forward. Put it a little bit more forward, and it comes all the way back. Same thing for the passenger side. Push it all the way forward, it goes 90 degrees. Push it a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Perfect position, right? So yeah, these second row seats do not do that. But yeah, here is what the second row seats look like. You guys can see that's what it looks like from the inside. Another shade over there, like I mentioned. And before we move into the third row, here is your third zone climate control system. You got your fan adjustment, you have your cooling, as well as your heating. So right there. And then you can see, do you want it on your face, you want it on your feet, you want it on or off, as well as you do have your 2 rear heated seats with 2 levels of adjustability. Opening this up, you got another USB-A port, another USB-C port, and a 150 watt household outlet right there. Closing that, 2 seat back pockets, one right here, one right over here. And while I have this in my hand, let's look at it. This is the window sticker for this vehicle. So you guys can kind of pause your screen if you so desire. Kind of put that right there. You guys can read through it. Show you guys those different options right there. This is all standard with the ST. Down here, your options. And the total MSRP, which is $58,775. But yeah, let's fold this back up, put it where we found it, which is right over here. And let's move into those third row seats. I know I've been in an Explorer before, and this third row seat isn't the best for somebody who's taller. But yeah, you guys can see, not the best amount of leg room. However, I can come up here and scoot this forward, which gives me a lot more leg room back here. So you guys can scoot this forward, so where this person's still happy and this person back here is happy. However, I would say that the smaller people of the bunch that are in the vehicle should definitely be in these back 2 seats. So this is a 6-passenger vehicle. 2, 4, 6. But yeah, talking about some cup holders, you got a cup holder right here, a little bit of storage space right here, and a little spot to set your phone right there. I'm not sure if it's going to pick up so well on camera, but you could definitely set your phone down in there. And over on this side, good amount of storage space right here, which you don't have on the driver's side. Over there, you do not have that. You do have a cup holder right here and the same storage that you have on the driver's side. But you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. But one more quick thing before we move into the driving portion of the review is that you do have cup holders here. So you have 2 additional cup holders, 1, 2, 3, 4 for your second row people. But like I said, now I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. And now onto the driving portion of the review. And first things first, I really like this ST steering wheel. The flat bottom feels super sporty. It's real thick. It's just really nice to grab onto and steer the vehicle. This thing handles very, very well. Very minimal body roll. Yes, there is a little bit of body roll, but it feels like it can handle very, very well. I haven't taken it around like some super fast turns, but I have taken it on turns, you know, at intersections and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. However, it handles very, very well, and you can tell that it handles very, very well as well. One thing that I did mention earlier on in the video when we were talking about the interior is that the paddle shifters are not the most responsive, and I'll throw her downshift, downshift, downshift. You know, not the worst either, but you know, you can tell it's not like a dual clutch or something like that. So we're gonna throw her into sport mode because why not? We are in an ST and we are in manual mode. So I'll show you guys kind of what it feels like driving in manual mode. As you guys can see, switching in between your different drive modes. Let's do that now. Well, might as well, right? We're at a light. So this is what tow haul mode looks like that. As you guys can see, this is what sport mode looks like. We just looked at that. This is eco mode right here. You guys can see gear, miles per hour. Go into eco. So that's eco mode, kind of boring, kind of just like normal mode. So we'll go back into normal mode. Basically looks the same as that. Right there, same exact pretty much thing, but let's go back into sport mode and I'll shift. Okay, it's actually shifting really, really quick right now, so I might have to delete that out of my talking about the interior. Downshift, because let's see, upshift, it actually is responding pretty well right now. So I guess in normal mode it's not as responsive. The paddle shifters are not as responsive, so let's downshift, and it downshifts right when I want it to. Give it a little bit of gas. So it actually it's responding pretty well. Let's try that, and you guys can hear. Let's listen to some induction noise. Downshift, downshift, and kind of give it some gas. Listen. So this thing actually sounds pretty good, in my opinion. I think that sounds really good. Upshift. So yeah, it is a little bit of a delay, but when I was back there, just coming from a stop, and we're gonna have to do that again, really, really fast upshifts with that paddle shifter. It actually responded very, very nicely. So I guess it depends whether you're in sport mode or you're in normal mode. Oh, Lamborghini Aventador. Whew, that thing sounded good. I think that is the Gintani Aventador, but anyway, that's besides the point. That Gintani is one of the best sounding exhausts on an Aventador, and anyway, that's besides the point. Back into the review. You guys can see you get your lane departure warning here at the center of the screen, along with your speed limit signs right there. You guys can see I'm in between the two lanes where I should be. Let's kind of drift over a little bit and kind of show you guys what it does. Kind of pushes you back into the lane. Upshift, and you guys can hear, I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but I can hear while I'm driving this, is that turbo noise. So it sounds, it's like kind of what you find on like a Fiesta ST. However, this is a lot more refined than like a tuned Fiesta or a Focus. So let's listen. Turbo, a little bit of turbo noise. And when you let off, oh man, I actually really like this. This thing's fun to drive. So if you guys are looking for a 3-row SUV, or just like an SUV kind of like this, I guess you could look at the Durango SRT, which gets awful gas mileage. However, you get that beautiful V8 sound. So that's kind of, it's kind of what you got to weigh. So like you got the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, you got the 6.4 Hemi, you got the Durango SRT with the 6.4 Hemi. Both of those get abysmal gas mileage. Or you can get this. Yes, this has about 85 less horsepower, but you also do get a lot better gas mileage. Downshift, downshift. Some of the downshifts are a little rough, but all right, now we're in second gear. Let's kind of see how it handles. And obviously I'm shifting a little bit early, more than I normally would be, but let's throw her back into just automatic mode, which it's in right now. And let's go back into normal mode, because I'm sure that's the mode that most of you guys are probably going to be driving in on a day-to-day basis. Anyway, and like I said, this thing gets 18 miles per gallon city and 24 miles per gallon highway, which, you know, for a 3-row SUV that's got 400 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque, that's pretty good miles per gallon in my opinion. Especially, see, lane centering kind of threw me back into the lane. We're gonna have to slow down up here, getting into a 25-mile-an-hour zone. So yeah, let's see, let's pretend like we're picking up the kids from school, right? Because we do have a 3-row Explorer ST. So handles very, very well, behaves very, very well in 24, 25, 27 miles an hour. It's just like a normal Explorer, you know, it's very well composed, but when you want it to be crazy, it will be crazy. Yes, you know, it's not the quickest thing in the world. I'm not going to go around and tell you, hey, this thing's as quick as like a Lamborghini Urus, because it's not. But also, this thing's also $60,000 or $58,000, and Lamborghini Urus is like $280,000. So there's a big difference between the two cars. But for the price, this thing is very, very nice. Auto stop start just came on. Let's turn that off because I don't like it. So yeah, you know, still a very, very nice interior, leather wrapped steering wheel. This leather just feels super premium, just very, very soft feeling leather. Same with on the seats as well. Like I said, the bolstering fits me very, very nicely. It's a very, very comfortable seat. You got the adjustable headrest like I was mentioning. You got the massaging seats, which I'm going to show you guys right now. If I push that button that I showed you guys, it'll come up on screen. Let's go to full recovery. That's the one I found that I like the most. And you got massaging seats, you know, in a $60,000 car. So that's really awesome. These seats are very, very comfortable, and then the massage is even cooler. So yeah, once that kind of lets you know, it goes away, and it will massage down here, so on your legs and on your butt, and it'll also give you a back massage as well. So on a long road trip, that would definitely be really, really nice. You don't really need it because these seats are so comfortable, but because it does come with it, might as well use it, right? And it is actually very, very comfortable. I can actually feel it. It's not like it's just like touching my back and not really like kneading into it. No, I can actually feel it massaging my back. So definitely not too much massage, not too little massage. It's kind of right where it should be. So big fan of the massaging feature, big fan of the 12-inch screen right here. The vertical screen is one thing that I don't know how I feel about the vertical screen. Yes, this whole infotainment screen works fantastic. No lag, no nothing like that. Connects to your phone how you want it to be. Bang & Olufsen sound system sounds banging, which means awesome. So yeah, just the vertical screen, and the only reason I'm kind of giving the vertical screen a little bit of a knock is just because of the backup camera and the 360-degree view camera. It's a small problem, but it's something that I thought I would highlight because it's a little too small. Like I said, if they divided this front, the top half be the backup camera, the bottom half be the 360-degree view camera, then you're golden. So they got to figure that out. Maybe they'll do an over-the-air update and do something kind of like that. But yeah, that's my only real gripe with the screen right there. Everything else, this thing handles very, very nicely. It's very, very comfortable ride. Going over big bumps and stuff, it handles those bumps very, very nicely. So it's not like a super firm suspension to where it's kind of annoying. So yeah, very, very comfortable suspension, very, very comfortable seats. So yeah, it makes for a very comfortable ride. So yeah, like I said, the steering weight is very, very nice. It's a little heavier than you would normally find on something. However, I do like that because this is the sporty variant of the Explorer. So you would expect something to have a little bit heavier of a steering feel like this does. And it's not too heavy, it's not too light. So I'm a big fan of the way it feels. But one more thing before we close out today's video, and that is going to be a 0 to 60 test. So let's skip to that right now. One more thing I wanted to mention before we get into that 0 to 60 time is that these brakes are very, very bitey, and they feel very, very good, so they can definitely pull you down from a stop. I don't know how brake fade is because I haven't pushed the brakes really. However, they do feel very, very good. They are very linear feeling brake pedal. These brakes match the power very, very well. So I haven't had any issues. You don't have to push super far in to get them to bite. They kind of just bite right at the top. So yeah, really a big fan of these brakes as well. But with that said, let's move into the 0 to 60. All right guys, we have made our safe voyage over here to Mexico. So let's throw her into sport mode and let's see how she does 0 to 60. So pulling up here to a stop, and we're just gonna punch it in 3, 2, 1, punch. Sounds very good. 60. So it sounds really, really good, guys. As you guys could hear, I think there's a little bit of pumped in audio. However, it sounds really, really good. And the sound honestly kind of reminds me of, I've driven a BMW X3M and it sounds somewhat reminiscent to that sound. So they've got this V6 sound down packed, whether that's pumped in through the sound system. Regardless, it still sounds very, very good, and it adds to the drama kind of the 0 to 60 or the performance driving. So yeah, you know, I did that 0 to 60 with my massaging seats on. So there's not much more you can ask out of a $60,000 car. I mean, I'm massaging my seats, and we just did a 5.2 second 0 to 60. So, you know, can't really complain much about that. Handles very, very well, really gets up and goes. So yeah, overall great vehicle. I really enjoyed my time behind the wheel. And see, now we're just in normal mode and we're just driving in a composed, doesn't even feel like a sports SUV. So that's an awesome, it's two-faced, which is really cool. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Like I said, please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. So if you guys can help me make my dream come true, please hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Explorer ST. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.